Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of
HTG.
Yeah. Don't drink alone, actually. But yes, we are repping one of our other ventures, Hope Theater Group. Yay, Hope Theater Group. Woo! Find us online, hopetheatergroup.org. You can donate to a great 501c3, or you can just listen to us talk about wine.
Can you buy one of these?
You can buy one of these cool sweatshirts.
I'm not lying.
In fact,
So comfortable.
there you go.
This isn't even mine.
You had no idea.
It is now. Actually.
It is, yeah. Now
Sorry,
it's
Risa.
hope you're not watching. There you go. We have a lot going on. We have a show. We got Easter coming up. All kinds of fun stuff. What better time than to do a podcast on something that is signature? That is what you are known for. We at Hope Theater Group are known for putting on incredibly good shows. But we have wines from 3 different areas, some of which we've talked about before and tried before. We thought, you know what, let's talk about what it means to be a signature wine from a signature area and what that means. So we have, actually, guests. We should have them introduce
They're
themselves.
not guests anymore.
I know, they're here all the time.
Yeah.
Say who you are anyway.
They're like regulars.
Regulars? Yeah.
Regulars.
It's like Cheers. You want to go where everybody knows.
That's right. So,
I'm
yes.
Tim. And?
I'm Andrea.
Dun, dun,
And I
dun.
am Sarah.
Excellent. And who here spent all day making a spreadsheet?
Not it.
This guy did the best for Hope Theater Group. Those, I know you're out there. There's those that just love spreadsheets. You love Excel. I
No,
mean,
not Excel necessarily, but I do love it for spreadsheet.
fun with numbers. That's what we call it. Fun with numbers.
Nobody calls it that.
No. Very good. You know what's fun? These wines. All right. So what we have is a Cabernet.
Oh, wait.
What?
Well, I was going to say that we should make them guess. It's not interactive.
Guess in your head. We have a Cabernet from California. We have a Pinot Noir from Oregon, and we have a Syrah from Washington.
I mean, if I were a Syrah, I would want to be from Washington.
You would be yeah, that's totally it,
I
right?
am.
So again,
Syrah.
there's great wine made all over the place. It's fantastic, but I think, in my opinion, the opinion of many of us who taste right here, California is known they're the best place for Cab. Oregon, they're the best place for Pinot Noir, and Washington, they're the best place for Syrah. So we thought we'd have
Sorry.
right? 3 more or less at the same price point, kind of.
Are we revealing the price point?
Not just yet.
Okay.
Yeah, not to begin with. So we have 3 kind of in the same price point to compare. So there you go. You guys get to be the beneficiaries of us.
I just realized
Drinking
what
3
one of
bottles
them
of wine.
was.
Now, if you want, in the comments, you could have guessed
Yeah,
before
it's
we
true.
revealed
Yes.
it.
But how are we going to know?
It's
Honor
honor
system.
system. Honor
Honor
system.
system.
Honor system.
Yep.
There you go. All right. What are we starting with, peeps?
Let's
Pinot.
let's Pinot
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
All right.
Start
Pinot.
with
I
the
gotta
Oregon
start with the
Pinot.
lighter
All
Pinot.
All
Who's
right.
pouring?
I'm with Sarah on that one.
Here we go. Okay.
Pouring.
So yes, Pinot Noir is a very specific grape.
Whoa.
Ooh.
That was a lot. You can pour some of that much. So if you ever watch Sideways, of course, Pinot got a great reputation and Merlot got a
Never.
terrible reputation
And which is
from that.
Wrong.
But yes,
Merlots are
yeah,
people too.
Merlots are fantastic.
Those are people too.
But Pinot Noir, yeah, all of a sudden became super popular and super talked about.
Yeah.
There are great Pinots made in France, in California, but Oregon and the Willamette Valley area in particular seems to have a great reputation for doing Pinot Noir.
Willamette.
Yes,
Isn't that a great name?
it is. Perfect. So you'll find in Pinot Noir, the color is much lighter.
Mm-hmm.
All really see-through, essentially. From,
Let me check.
Yeah, which...
Really pretty.
And the problem with that, yeah, like if you drink bad wine and you see a light color like this, you usually think, well, this is a bad wine.
Yeah.
Well, Pinot's actually supposed to look like this.
Yeah.
So that's part of it.
So is it because they leave the skin in it for a shorter period of time?
Yeah, it hardly touches it. Would be, yeah. I could totally make up a number about how long the...
I was like,
What
where is he going
percentage?
with
Like,
this?
I mean,
I
how many hours are you
was
thinking?
thinking, I've actually heard it, and I was like,
I was
nope,
like, he's
but I
gonna
could
say
just
something.
make one up. At some point, I did know how long. but not today. Today is not that day. The problem with Pinot is that, if you get it wrong, it tastes cheap and runny and has no, balance or flavor whatsoever. So, this one. Oh, it's got a lot of flavor. Wow.
Mhm. It's very light.
It is.
Yeah.
Very light.
Mm-hmm. Tell us what you think about Pinot, Sarah. She's been holding back for like 2 minutes, and it's.
I don't care for Pinot. It's just glorified juice.
There you
It's not
go.
bad at all. This is not a bad
No,
wine.
it's not
I
bad.
just
It's not
like.
that wine.
It's just like.
I could see it being a really good like introduction to maybe better wine because it is light and it's not as big, it's not as tanniny.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true. People who feel like red wine is too much.
Too bold.
Yeah. I drink whites all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you try this? And
Totally.
that's quite nice. That's I can see that a ton.
Yeah.
But I think if you gravitate the way, the four of us kind of gravitate the same way. Like
Then
it's
you
just
could
not.
like go backwards. It's like, oh, and I people are gonna argue about that.
Well, I mean, that's.
Pinots are great. Pinots are great. Okay.
I would actually say most of the Pinots that I love now are expensive.
Well,
Oh, interesting.
And that's part of the problem. We have a couple of Pinots on the shelf that were significantly more than this one. And
yeah,
yeah,
that's really true.
so like if you're just a folk who wants to try out a Pinot Noir, you're not going to jump to a $50
Right.
or $60 Pinot and be like, wow, I've never had this before.
You're gonna pick something up at the
Yeah.
grocery store or
Yeah.
Costco.
I know
or-
we've had some good Pinots,
Mhm.
and I know they were expensive, and I wouldn't buy them because
Yeah.
they're expensive. Like,
You take that money and invest it in
In my
a Washington
Syrah.
Syrah.
Again,
Get 3
a
of
big
them.
bowl
Right.
wine.
But that's part of the fun of wine.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
like there's different folks who like
Yeah.
different things and different palates, and
Yeah.
and you can find
sure.
something at a good price point that's really tasty. I mean, this isn't bad. Like we all said, it's good
Nice.
wine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's more now. It's a preference thing.
yeah.
It's all about preference.
Are we good?
Well, no, it's really not as good as the other.
Or it's just crap. Crap, I
I didn't say
said. You
crap.
didn't say crap.
But,
didn't.
you know.
That was very good. Should we see if it pairs with anything? I'm not sure exactly.
Sure.
I wonder how it pairs
Go
with
get some taco meat.
Not
taco meat, not
Pairs with some
espresso.
taco
no.
meat?
We got a big assortment of random.
Where's
I don't
my
even know what this is.
caramel?
Yeah, your caramel.
Your
zone.
caramel.
Definitely try that.
There we go.
And
Dark
not,
chocolate.
I wonder how it would go with peppermint, but that's
Oh.
weird.
That would be a weird.
I'm trying some dark chocolate. That's good.
Thank you, Costco and Sanders.
Yeah, not a dark chocolate.
What else? We got some palm prawns over there.
That I'm not sure if it'd pair well with
They're
that.
not edible.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what those are.
These are so good.
I'm just gonna play with them. I don't want any. Stop.
What have you done all week, sir?
I'm fine.
Wow.
Do you like it any better with a cold?
Let me tell you how this tastes after a
Mm.
healthy dose of raspberry menthol
Yeah.
cough syrup.
Robitussin. Yeah, go along with it. I will say the dark chocolate didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Didn't do a darn thing.
Nope,
Really?
Not even a
No.
little
I'm
bit.
gonna trust
Nope.
all of you on that
Nope.
one.
Nope.
Wow. Yep.
Other than I enjoyed my dark chocolate.
Well, and that's good.
I did too. That's quite
funny.
yummy. But yeah, boy, I did
Yeah,
nothing.
and we
for-
have berries.
Wow.
I
I don't know that it would. Yeah.
raspberries. I think raspberries.
I think
would do
berries
something.
might do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a little bit more.
Do you want me to get the
Might
berries?
bring out
Should've
this.
thought of
kind of the,
now
like,
because we're moving on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
No, don't do that. I'm cold.
Well, that's why I was not gonna. Oh, good. All right. Cab or Syrah? Cab or Syrah?
Let's go cab.
Going cab. All right. So, as we're doing a signature wine series, I have literally the signature wine series.
What?
So this is the Kirkland signature wine cab. So again, if you've heard us before, you know that Costco wines, particularly their signature series, are great. You know the winemaker who does the wines for the Washington
Does it
signature
say
series.
who it is on this one?
This one also does say who it is, and yeah, he's a very talented winemaker.
I'm super curious about this because I will again state my opinion. I'm not a really big California cab
Thank you, Bill.
lover.
I like California cabs. I mean, they're big.
Where?
They're big, but
I don't like the jammy ones.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
this is Napa, which is. See, I like some of the ones from
thanks, sir.
where? What was it? Down south.
Yes, we liked. Oh shoot.
Paso
Paso
Robles.
Oh, Paso
Oh,
Robles.
yeah, I like
really
that
good
area.
stuff.
Paso
Yeah.
Robles
Yeah.
has some good stuff.
Yeah,
it
really,
wasn't
really
as jammy and big, but it was really good.
The difference in color from the last
Oh
one.
my
Oh
gosh,
my
it
God.
was like.
Unbelievable.
I can't, you
Look at that
can't
viewer.
see-
I know.
Look at,
Oh, like,
look
can
at,
you
I'm
see
gonna
it?
disappear.
Look, no, can't see you.
I'm disappearing. Look, I'm back.
No, my gosh.
There
Hey,
you
maybe
go.
that's how we make Clopen disappear
Your head's bigger.
in the
than that
show.
glass.
We just
Yeah,
California cab.
yeah, you just drop some California cabs.
Yeah, look at Clopen disappeared.
There you go.
Sorry.
Nobody
show again.
knows what you're talking
Next
about.
show is Hunchback of Notre Dame. Buy your tickets now. It's gonna be incredible.
Yes.
It's gonna be very good.
And then you can come back and watch it and get that joke.
It'll be good. Wow, the nose on this is
Oh my gosh!
huge.
Yeah.
You know, I smelled it,
Crazy.
and you know what? The word that came out of my mouth was jam. Over my head. Really good. I literally thought jam. Like, oh, like I just smelled a jar of
it
jelly.
does smell like.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like holy cow.
No, you're right.
Yeah, that is quite huge. All right. So,
Here's another
again,
thing
if
I'm curious about.
you have heard us before, Napa cabs are generally considered to be fantastic, great, amazing. They have that reputation. If you live in another wine region, it can be tough because your palate adjusts to that. So we live in Washington, so even Washington cabs are so different from California cabs. So we don't always, our palate doesn't always appreciate a California cab. And this may be one of those times because this is a really great winemaker who made. Actually, it's a lot smoother than I
Yeah,
thought.
it doesn't.
Mhm.
Ooh, although the finish at the very end is
Yeah.
great.
But it's not as big as the nose.
Yeah.
The nose is really
Yeah.
jammy and,
Yeah.
to use your word,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
doesn't
It's
matter.
not-
It's good.
Yeah,
I like it.
actually,
I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Yeah, the finish at the very end, at about 8-9 seconds in, all of a sudden it's like pop.
Yeah. Little,
Mhm.
little explosion in
Mhm.
the back.
Yeah. There you go.
it's interesting.
So yeah, you guys lived in California. You drank
Yeah.
a lot of cab when you were down there, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
that's-
it was everywhere.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean-
what you get.
We actually did find your dad loved Merlots, I remember.
Yes.
So we would have quite a few Merlots down
Mhm.
there too, but
So
a lot of
you have
cab.
to search for a little bit. But
Yeah, but a lot of cab. A lot of cab.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when we go down to visit like siblings, like both of our siblings are members of wineries from Paso Robles, though.
Mhm.
But that's
Stop.
like SoCal. That's huge because
Mhm.
it's a much shorter drive for them.
Yeah,
They're
it's
going to
pretty
Napa.
Mhm.
I'm sure it's got to be
There's some great
climate down
wineries
there
there.
too. So much drier down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, grapes have got to be different.
yeah. Well, fires also
Yeah.
have so many.
Taking a huge toll on that,
Yeah.
too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's that changes
That's
the fruit
interesting.
too.
Mm-hmm.
I like it more than I thought I would.
Oh, look at you.
I know.
Branching out, trying new things.
Or maybe I just can't taste anything.
This one I do like with the dark chocolate.
Oh, I forgot to try to.
I haven't done
I mean, I should have saved.
yeah.
I have a bite.
Oh, there you go. It's not a bite. That's like a nibble.
It's a bite.
I
That's
mean,
a
look
bite.
at this thing.
No, not a
That's a
chance.
bite.
That's a bite.
Here, hand me the sea salt can. I'm going for that. I'm gonna try that. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
wonder what these Mars things are.
Mm.
You say Mars.
Was it a Mars bar?
I don't know.
No.
Could be. Never know.
I don't know. What's a Mars bar?
It's a chocolate bar. I mean, I don't know what. I remember. I need a little bit more.
What you need? He needs.
Well, I didn't. There wasn't enough in there to really see what the chocolate did.
I can't even open this. It's like sealed. See right there?
It's like super seal. Right there.
Mm.
Alright,
So
well,
I don't know if that did anything for me.
See?
Yeah.
I liked it.
Oh, this is caramel.
All right, I'm gonna try it out.
I'm just gonna open it up. It's a Milky Way.
I think it just smoothed it out a little bit.
So, Mars Bar,
Yeah, Mars
commonly
Bar.
known as a Mars Bar, is the name of 2 varieties of chocolate bar products.
I didn't think this was a Mars
You're learning
bar.
all kinds of stuff here on this morning podcast.
Consists of caramel,
Caramel.
nougat,
Caramel.
coated with milk chocolate.
Caramel.
There you go.
Caramel?
Caramel.
Very good.
Again, something else you can comment on how to pronounce it.
What's the proper way?
You know, you should comment, like, to Sarah and I bicker. Like,
I don't know.
sometimes.
I don't know, Bill, what did you think
I think we
with
could.
the chocolate?
About the chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
To get really nerdy.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Let's
Put it
get
out,
into
put
it.
it out.
Let's lay it down. Just
All right.
get into
Let's
it.
go.
It did. It actually affects the beginning. It affects just the very
Smoothed it a little
beginning.
bit.
Yes.
I didn't like
But
the
then
milk
it actually
chocolate.
doesn't affect the finish, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually, for me, when you pair something like it affects the taste all the way through. And this one for me, it just the presence, the first presence in your mouth, is a little different.
That
because
was
of
nerdy.
That was not
That was
Well,
so nerdy.
a lot of nerdy.
I mean, you should try it in a different voice. Like
Yeah.
maybe if you say it with a little different intonation,
No.
it won't be as nerdy.
No, I'm pretty
you
sure
think-
it's
Why you
just
drink with
I
nerdy.
mean, I'm not sure you should.
Let me do this with the cookie. Now let me talk about how it was
I didn't have
8 or
my
9 seconds later. That finish was so different. After that,
8.2 seconds later, I thought it would still.
You
after
know
that
what?
dark
I didn't
chocolate.
make a spreadsheet today.
That is true. That is true.
Well, you would have if.
But you know what you did do?
Mhm.
You used the spreadsheet.
I did.
Yeah.
I was happy to use it.
Yeah.
It was pretty fantastic. All right. So
Bruce it. Oh,
clearly,
let's go.
we saved the best,
Yep.
in our opinion, for last.
I don't think people realize, honestly, how good Syrahs are from Washington.
I think that's very true.
Yeah.
Legit the best.
100% true.
Mm-hmm.
Australia got really known for Shiraz,
Really?
which was their version. Yeah, that I think in many ways they put them on the American map
Yes.
for that. And yeah, so we had a fair amount of that. And I would not go back now.
I honestly don't even remember.
And it's
drinking
spelled
them.
differently, but is it the
Yes.
same grape?
Yes.
Shiraz.
Shiraz.
Yeah, Shiraz.
That wasn't my
versus-
Australian accent, though, by the way.
Because
Because I ain't got one.
We'll get the Australian accent later.
Yeah.
That'd be,
Hi, baby.
that's for.
No?
That was not.
Oh, is it Australian?
No.
Is it at least pirate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That was-
You-
Australians are pirates?
I mean, they could be pirates if they choose. You know. I'm
Arr.
saying they can't. Arr, give me your mateys.
There you go.
Oh.
They're cheeblos.
Fantastic. All right.
Anybody
so
watches
glad you
this
asked
and-
him
I'm
why.
so
I'm like,
That's so good. Yeah, anybody who's watching is like, this is the weirdest one. So again, yeah, we've talked about this before. We think Washington makes the best Shiraz in the world. I truly do. All kidding aside, if it's at some point, I think it becomes kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy because it's a great place to grow the grapes, and so winemakers like working with the grapes because it's a great place to grow the grapes, and so then they get better at it. And,
sure.
right?
That makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah.
And and you're right. I think if people don't know, then they don't know.
Yeah.
When you smell it, it's like it smells like home.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, it's funny because it's not like so in your face,
Mhm.
like jammy.
yeah.
Yeah. Color is just about as rich.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's debate as to which is the heavier wine. If you're doing a lineup, you should have Pinot Noir first, and then Syrah at the end, just a red Zin or the
Oof.
Cab, blah blah
I
blah.
haven't been in so long.
Right? Well, same thing. Like Lodi is known for great Zins. If you go to California,
So would you put the
Yeah,
Syrah
Lodi,
before the
California.
cab?
I would put it at the end because I like drinking it last.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's not work.
There's worse reasons to do it. Like I like it. So
I don't know. I
I'll
kind
do
of
that.
felt
I
like this
saved
was bigger
Yeah,
than this one.
I would. That's how I would do. I would do this.
If I
better.
was going,
Yes,
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But I am a save the best kind of for last
Yeah.
person,
Mhm.
so that's why I wanted to do the Syrah last.
That's right. Lovely. Ah, Very good. But yeah, if you're one of our dozen of listeners,
Wow,
in
even a
our-
dozen?
I think so. Yeah, we're up that high, and
Well-
you live in a different wine region. I'd be really curious, what is your signature grape? Because
Yeah.
that is part of the fun of it. Yeah, for us, we have this Syrah, which we've had before, and we all love. But we get to try different Syrahs all the time because right now, people are making great Syrahs, and they're really fun to try against each other.
So where are you gonna get your favorite Merlot from?
Oh.
Listen
Yeah,
to
who is
that.
known for Merlot? Is
Right?
there any place?
Well, it was California for a long time, and
Yeah.
quite honestly, they just made a lot of cheap Merlot, runny,
Yeah.
no structure. Part of why it got such a bad
bad
reputation.
Mhm.
France, weirdly enough, does create Bordeaux. Merlot, I really do think, in my opinion, I think some of the best Merlot is coming out of Washington.
Yeah.
Not just because we have it, but because again, it was done so badly in California for so long that the winemakers up here were doing stuff that they weren't doing.
Yeah.
I think, and yeah.
Well, every time, I know every time we see a Merlot, we kind of gravitate, like, oh, there's a
Oh, it's
Merlot.
Merlot.
And it's,
Exactly.
Well, you don't.
I
see
can't
it
really
often
think of
either.
any
Good
that are bad.
Merlot.
Like, they're
Yeah.
all good. Like,
Yeah.
they're so good. It's a treat almost.
Yeah.
I do like it.
Yeah, I agree. And for the thrifty folks out there, Merlots are typically less expensive
Yeah.
than the Cab, and in my opinion, often better. So
I'd agree.
Yeah.
I'd agree. Something about it. I don't know what. I don't know why. It's just it's not as big, but it's
Mhm.
yeah.
Cab's not my go-to anymore.
mhm.
I think it. Everybody knows. Oh, it's a cab. Everybody kind of just knows
Right.
cab,
Yeah.
so they go
Yeah.
to cab. But it's not what I would.
You go to a wedding, you go to an event,
Yep.
You know,
no big
I love
cab.
a cab.
Cab and a Chardonnay.
I actually just
House
prefer,
cab,
I'd
you
rather
go to a
take a
restaurant.
red blend.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, blends. I mean,
I really
that's some-
enjoy it.
oh,
I
I
so
really
good.
do too.
Yeah.
We've had a few lately. I'm
Like
ooh.
last weekend, we were at one of our favorite wineries,
Yeah.
Lawton Hunter, but the Mutiny Bay,
Where were
that
we?
was a blend.
Like
That
the-
was
Yeah.
so
It
good.
was really
I mean,
good.
oh my gosh, it
Mm-hmm.
was really really good. So, and-
Yes, are you gonna
I think-
reveal what these are? I mean, you said
Oh.
Kirkland one, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, price points. We didn't talk about price points or anything like
Yes. So the Acrobat is the least expensive. And then-
I'm in the Pinot. So
yeah.
it's surprising.
And then only because it's the Kirkland brand, this winemaker's wines are certainly can be well above this. But what he does for the Kirkland brand is somewhere around $20. This is low teens. And this is Odd and Hunter, which we have talked about before and we absolutely love. And you can't find anywhere unless you go onto Whidbey Island or my wine room. So
Yeah.
not sure which
I'll
one
look
has
at-
more, me or,
Yeah.
or Chris.
We know.
And this one, this is 25, 30?
Oh, I'm sure. Oh no, it's more than that.
Was it?
No,
Yeah, that's
Well, that was,
Nice thinking.
It's
I know.
it's 38.
Chris is like, dude.
Really?
stop
It's that
selling
much?
me.
Maybe
Chris, I
Maybe
love your
more.
wine.
I'm
That's
sure it's
so
40.
good.
40 something.
I'm
Wow,
sure
that
it's
one is-
40.
I thought they were similar in
Price-
price point when I grabbed them, but I was wrong.
He's wrong, and it's not even. It's worth so much more than that. So take that back right now.
Well, it's worth way more than that.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the things I like about Chris's wine is that
Yeah, but
he's
they're still.
way below what he could be charging.
Yeah,
He
but
is
they're still
the
40.
best value.
Yeah.
With
They're-
the
you know,
quality of
any-
wine he's making.
Mhm.
Private local wine
Yeah.
makers.
Support your local winery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
selling them for
100%.
30, 40. I mean, 40.
As well they are.
It's pretty
Probably just
normal.
pour a little bit more.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one for sure. So there you go.
Mhm.
Hope you enjoyed this. If you live in one of these regions, you should try your signature wine, and then you should compare it to someone else's signature wine, and tell us what you think.
Yeah.
There you go. Come see our show, Hunchback. And other than that,
Well, in June, right?
See ya. Yeah, July.
July.
July,
Sorry, that's
yeah.
In
July.
July.
Bye.
Got
We'll
some
see you
time.
before then.
Bye.
Bye.